It is Dustin Poirier getting the TKO finish via doctor stoppage on Conor McGregor. Your reaction to the fight as the victory comes to Dustin Poirier?
I thought it showed, the charitable, nice guy, the true character of Dustin the Doofus Poirier last night. He's out there strutting in front of Conor's face. Obviously, it was a fluke, man. Conor broke his leg. It was a fluke decision ending. It wasn't a knockout. It wasn't a clear-cut decision. What is it? A submission, And the guy's out there strutting in front of the guy's face, at a downfall when that guy made his career and did everything for Dustin to give him this big fight. So I thought it was funny. It showed his true character. He's got his little prop for, his wife, Jolie, out there. Obviously, she's a prop. He only used her for a prop because, he knows he's a piece of shit person. He wants to act like he's a nice guy, a family man, a father and a good husband. So, I just thought it showed his true character last night. He's a dirtbag, and so is the whole camp that he resides out of.
Were you surprised the judges gave Dustin 10-8 in that first round? Do you think it was a 10-8 round?
Yeah, I wasn't really honestly paying close attention to the fight because I was at, the Hard Rock with my boys, the Morton Hospitality Group. We were having a good night at Hard Rock over at Dare nightclub, just chopping it up. And I was kind of catching the fights out of the corner of my eye. But, from what I seen there, it didn't look like a 10-8 round. It looked like he was just barely landing some strikes in the guard. And he had to take him down because he was scared of the striking again. So he had to go for a takedown when he always hates on wrestlers. And he's like, oh, wrestlers are born, blah, blah. Paid in full, fists and this and that, and violence and blah, blah, blah. But he's out there shooting for takedowns because he's scared to stand up. So, I didn't think it was a clear 10-8 round. And, there's still 4 more rounds to go.
Do you think Conor could have turned it around, or do you think it was a case of, because I think people would have awarded the first round to Poirier regardless of the injury, but do you think Conor would have had the opportunity to turn the tide if he didn't get injured?
He very well could have. You never know. That's why we get locked in that octagon. You never know what someone's capable of. We know the sport's crazy. There's a lot of twists and turns. At any moment, you can end the fight with a knockout, with a submission, a come from behind victory, being down 4-0. So it's tough to say what would have happened, but woulda, coulda, shoulda. In the moment, it was a fluke accident. We won't be able to know what would have ever happened in that moment because it was a freak injury accident.
Do you think Conor fights again? There's a pretty bad injury. He's going to be out for a while. The picture at lightweight could look a lot different when he comes back. Do you get the sense he'll be back?
I feel like he will be, James, just because he has such a big ego and he has so much pride on the line. So he's going to want to come back from this and prove the critics and the doubters wrong and show that his true character and show that he can face adversity because we all face our ups and downs in life. We all have adversity that we have to handle and we have to overcome these negative situations in our life. So we'll see how he comes back from it. But I do think that his pride and ego will bring him back to the game.
You're big on trash talk. Some people felt like Conor might have crossed the line with some of his comments this week. I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this, but I got to ask anyways. Do you agree with them? Do you think he went too far?
I don't think he went too far at all. I mean, people get on me all the time about the trash talk, supposedly, when I'm just saying facts. I'm saying truth. There's no lies. Maybe I'm blatantly, obvious about, or maybe I'm putting in people's face not the nice way that they want to hear it, and they want to hear it sugar-coated. But I'm giving you truth. And if you're mad about facts and your feelings, man, this is the hurt business. We get locked up to kill each other, to put another guy in a coma. But you're mad about some words I said. Your feelings are hurt about some words. But you're okay if I go in there and kill the guy because it's sport. But you can't be mad about trash talk. So, I just think that it's hypocritical. And these people are just, a bunch of neck-bearded virgins.
We got the betting odds already coming out for Charles Oliveira and Dustin Poirier. I know that's not confirmed. Dustin was the favorite. Do you think the line is set correctly?
I have no idea. I'm not sure who that other guy he's fighting. I don't pay attention to lightweights, and people were giving me a lot of stuff this week. They're like, oh, why are you picking on Dustin? Why? Dude, Dustin weighs more than me. We used to weigh in an American Top Team all the time. The guy would weigh like 188, 190. I'm like 185. I just don't want to cut a bunch of weight because I know I'm the best in the world at the weight class that I fight in. I don't have to look for a weight advantage and cut all this weight to feel like I'm the bigger guy. So, all the people that are saying that, oh, stop picking on lightweights, I'm picking on a guy that's bigger than me. My bad. It's not my fault Dustin was saying to the media, oh, it's on site when I see Colby. But I've seen the guy 40 or 50 times since he said it's on site. So who's a man of their word? Who's not a man of their word?
Did you win any money on the main event? Did you bet it at all?
I did bet it. You know, I went 3 for 3. I bet on a kid that I knocked out a couple years ago, Max Griffin. He got the win over Carlos Condit. I bet on Poirier because I just knew that Conor, he has no motivation in the game no more. You know, he made all that money with his whiskey, with his fighting. There's just no hunger to get him up at 5 in the morning to go on a crazy bike ride or crazy training session where he's carrying people and blood, sweat, and tears. That's just not his life. You see he's on these yachts. He's smoking his joints with his family. He's got his kids. The guy's got too much on his plate now. He has no motivation left in the game. So if you want to talk about the best fighters in the world, I mean, you are talking to the best fighter in the world. But, you know, Dustin needs to come see a real fighter. For all his remarks he made in the media, oh, it's on site, it's this, that, when I see you. So, you know, be a man of your word. Otherwise, you know, you're just going to get exposed and the fans are going to know the real coward you were.